Thank you very much, Robert, and good morning. My name is Toby Burton. I chair Alquist. We've developed a very innovative technology which helps data centers to run hotter. It senses temperature, and through running hotter, those data centers can save very substantial amounts of cooling energy. Indeed, for a large data center, up to £1 million a year in cooling savings. Is that significant? Yes, it is. Cooling data centers represents around 1% of global electricity production. I'm not running that team, just cooling them. So if we can impact that number, we can make quite a substantial contribution to the raise $100 billion target. Now, Alquist has actually benefited from some of the DEC funding. We've had $1 million contract to install our system in 2 large UK data centers. We've been working with the industry's largest player, Schneider Electric, and those deployments have just gone live actually last week. So we're starting to save energy in those 2 examples. In terms of the company, we have an entrepreneurial team. Exits from those members total over $60 million. And today, we're looking for £2 million to help us take our product to market, initially in the UK, and then with 18 months to the US. What is the cooling problem? Well, data centers typically operate between 18 and 22 degrees historically. The equipment they contain is quite comfortable at much higher temperatures, up to 32, 35 degrees. For every degree you increase the operating temperature, you get a 5% energy saving. So we can get savings of £500,000, £750,000 per year. Now, you're probably sitting there thinking, this seems a pretty easy problem. Why don't data center managers simply go out, buy a few thermostats, and start to turn their heating dial up? Well, the reason is fear. You do not get fired for having a high electricity bill as a data center manager, but if you have a heat-related outage, it can be absolutely career-limiting. Our system helps avoid those outages. And what we do is take a pretty standard fiber optic cable, you can see it in green here on the diagram, that winds its way above and below the racks. And through using a laser, firing photons down that cable and measuring the refraction, you can tell the temperature every meter all the way along that cable. Sorry, this thing's got a mind of its own. All right. Just go back to the cable picture, please. Yeah. That then generates a heat map. You can see here this here on the right, which means you can immediately identify any hotspot as it starts to be formed and take remedial action. The technology, the core technology is not new. It's been developed in the oil and gas industry, where our CTO has been one of the pioneers. There are obviously other competing technologies for sensing temperature, wired and wireless systems, but in the data center context, they tend to be far too complex, expensive, and have other security issues, which means they're simply not used. Alquist system is very simple, very elegant. It just uses a fiber optic cable that has a 30-year lifespan, virtually maintenance-free, and it's also extremely cost-effective. How is our team doing in terms of deploying this very new technology? Well, in addition to entrepreneurs, we've hired senior folks from Cisco and Oracle. We've got £1 million of non-dilutive seed funding. We've won multiple industry awards, particularly for in the technology and the green categories. We've got 2 large deployments, and one of those with the leading European colo provider, Interaction, have also been awarded a number of green awards, and one of the largest UK financial institutions. We have IP, software, and trademarks either registered or in process around the technology, and we are partnering with, dare I say, the A-list in terms of Schneider, PwC, Arup, and a very interesting window into the US through the US Department of Energy. What are the benefits for investors in working with Alquist? Well, our current £500,000 run rate, we anticipate increasing to around 30 million by 2018, and that would only take 20 customers. Corporations typically run multiple data centers. It's a very standards-based industry. If you introduce innovation in one center, you then take it more broadly. So we believe that is an attractive investment opportunity. In terms of the exit route, a trade sale is the most likely. The particular segment we operate in, about $1 billion worth of activity there, growing at 43% per annum, is an area where there's a huge amount of M&A, particularly of pinpoint innovative providers like Alquist. We're very excited about the journey we're taking, and we'd like to invite you to join us on it. Thank you very much indeed.